Isis Audio presents an unabridged recording of Whale Fjord, written by Michael Ridpath and read by Seán Barrett. The moral right of the author has been asserted. This performance is owned by Isis Audio. Chapter 1. September 2023. Gerdor's hollow had terrified Jon when he was a little boy. Even now, after spending the entire 58 years of his life on the farm of Reykjavík, on whose margins it lay, it made him uneasy. It was his grandmother's fault. She had told him about Gerdor, the witch who had lived in a hovel along the track between Reykjavík and the larger, more prosperous neighbouring farm at Laxahotel. Sometime in the distant past, Gerdor had lain a curse upon the farmer at Laxahotel, and his daughter had died. Appalled, the locals had turned on her and stoned her to death, burying her in a shallow cave covered with rocks in the hollow, which from then on bore her name. The hollow lay in a fold in the steep, rock-strewn hillside, out of sight of the road. It was a dangerous place. This was either because it was haunted by the tormented Gerdor, or because the rock face was unstable, or both. According to Jon's grandmother, there used to be a small cairn at the base of the hollow. Anyone who ventured in there was supposed to place a stone on the cairn. Once, 80 years ago, Jon's grandfather had omitted to do this, and the following night there had been an earthquake which loosened the stones and toppled the cairn. Since then, Jon's grandfather, then his father, and then Jon himself had avoided the spot if they possibly could. If a sheep got lost in there, Jon would send in his sheepdog to fetch it out. Jon swung his mallet down on the fence post. It was early September, and white clouds rolled into and then out of the valley, impelled by a stiff, cool breeze hurrying from the sea 15 kilometres to the west. Soon he and his neighbours would be rounding up their sheep on the hills to bring them back down to their farms. The fences had to be ready. Jon should have had his own son to help him with this work, but the boy had been taken away from the farm by his mother when he was only 8, and now he was studying for his accountancy exams in Reykjavík. Big, strong lad, too. A waste. The boundary between Reykjavík and its larger neighbour lay in a bend in the valley of the Silla, a clear, fast-moving river rippling with salmon and sea trout that hurried down past the farm to Whale Fjord, the Whale Fjord, sparkling in the sunshine a kilometre away. The valley narrowed at this point.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?